Hello.
Oh, that's nice.
Hello, testing, testing. This is amazing. Come on up on this side, everyone, just so we can participate. If we can fill up the room. No, you guys are okay. We can just fill up the space from here first. Wow, isn't this incredible to have the world here for peace right now? Can somebody write a story on this so we can send it to the news? Who's a good writer? Somebody's being invited to do service. Hi, everyone. That's amazing. Women Sylvia, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
We have Cairo, Riyadh, USA, Jeddah, Kuwait. Hi,
Oh, she's
everyone.
waving in there.
Hey. Hi.
That's waving.
Is the Facebook Live on now? Julio or James, could you just take a picture of that scene? Hi, Tate. Hi. Yeah, so if you just get a few of the heads and take this, then we can send it out as well. No, from the back, this way. Yeah. Hi. So we want to be able to see everybody in the room. Important. That's why we want to fill out this section here. Yeah.
You need me to move?
No, you just moving. You're pretty good. Your seat is pretty good. So James, we want like this image here so I can just send out this part. I know.
You're not in it. You need to
Yeah, kind of like this shot so we can send that out or have it. Don't worry, it's not about me, it's about the Peace Project.
I know, but they don't want just your head.
They don't my head.
No, they need to see your face.
Okay. I'll do this. One of the things that keeps me so happy is these new things that we encounter in our journey. Julio, look at the new scenes. Tate, do you see this new scene from yesterday? Now we have Riyadh, we have Jeddah, Kuwait, Muscat, Cairo, and everyone's going to meet to, thank you, my dear brother James. Now everyone's meeting for peace. So wonderful. So I'd like to welcome all of you on Veterans Day. How appropriate that we're doing this on Veterans Day, Veterans Memorial. And we were invited by our friend Lynne McTaggart, who's a best-selling author. She invited myself and Reverend Sylvia to participate in the peace experiment, in which we want to see how a group of people collectively having the same pure intentional thought can actually implement the vibrations of peace. And one of the things that Lynne has also explored in this experiment is that she doesn't know if it creates an impact immediately on the outside. She said, but what she knows for sure is that individuals participating feel something on the inside, that we feel something immediately. So this is our first time doing this, and right now we have the entire Middle East with us in the nation's capital. I think that requires a big hand of applause. Amazing. And with all that's happening in the Middle East, we're also always wondering, how do I help? How do I benefit? And those of you who are tuning in live on Facebook Live on the Meditation Museum, please share this link. And those of you sitting here, please go to your Facebook pages now. We're live on Facebook, and individuals can also participate in questions and answers with the participants here. And so we would love to share this moment where we can all participate in holding the moment in peace. It gives me great pleasure to share the stage with my wonderful friend and someone I deeply honor and respect, Reverend Sylvia Sumter, who's the senior pastor of the Unity of Washington, D.C. And I would like to now pass the mic to Reverend Sylvia.
Thank you so much, Sister Jenna, and everyone who's joining in, especially the Facebook family and those of you who taken the time to get today be here. It's such an important topic and for our times, and I think everybody would agree that peace is not just a commodity, but it's something that almost is essential for our way of being and living on the planet at this point in time. So I'm delighted to be here and honored to sharing the stage with Sister Jenna.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at that camera.
Two testing here.
Hello?
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear now?
This one?
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear now? This is Washington, D.C. Are you able to hear us clearly? Thinking of us being able to do this worldwide.
Or Chukon. Let us know.
It's such an interesting zone.
Hi, everybody. Can you see me? Wave if you can see me. Okay, we're not see. There we are. Okay, can you see me? Hello, everybody. So this is so exciting. We are still waiting for Tel Aviv, but I think we're going to start talking. We've got audiences from 8 different Arab locations and an audience from America. And with any luck, hi, America. Where are you calling from? Where are you in? Are you in Baltimore? Tell us where you're from.
Lynne, it's Sister Jenna and Reverend Sylvia, and we're in Washington, D.C. at the Meditation Museum with a group of amazing people in the room.
Fantastic. We're so excited to put you on this special intention. So we are joined by people from Riyadh. Let's wave your hands, Riyadh. Yay! From Jeddah. It's a bit, yeah, there you go. From Cairo. So those are both in Saudi Arabia for people who aren't used to this geography. For Cairo, we've got people from Egypt. Cairo, hi. We've got people from Kuwait. Hi there, Kuwait. Hello. We've got people from Tunisia on the bottom. Hello. And we have Muscat over there from Oman. Hello. Wonderful to see you all. So I want to talk to you a little bit about why I've gathered you today. We're also running this over my YouTube channel live. So it will be watched by audiences all around the world. So we had, the last time we did this, we had people from 148 countries. So you're participating in a really special event. And the great thing about it is, with the audiences that you can see on the screen, I can talk to you and you can talk to me. So after we're done, I would love to hear some feedback about how it was for you. So this is a Heal the Middle East Peace Intention Experiment is what I'm calling it. And the reason is because the Middle East, as you know, could do with some healing. Now, 10 years ago, I decided to do something a little crazy. I decided to have people, my audiences around the world, send intention for an area that was full of strife. And that was Sri Lanka at the time. And I had a scientific team actually measure the results. So the results demonstrated that violence went down and some amazing things happened to Sri Lanka. And before you know it, it was wow, I think we've got another batch of people now here. Where are you from? Can you hear us? Oh, we've got our Israelis there. Hello. Hello, Tel Aviv. I'm not sure. I wanted to figure out, could we use group intention, giant groups of people around the world, to heal areas that were violent or war-torn? So last September, we chose the most violent place in America for our intention, which happened to be St. Louis, Missouri, a portion of St. Louis, Missouri. Now, that's a typical building in this area of northern Missouri. It's St. Louis. It's called Fairground. That's the name of the neighborhood. And specifically, the Natural Bridge Avenue area. So we set intention there over 6 days. And we did a scientific experiment, and we measured the effects of sending intention to that area of Fairground. And we measured them against what the violence data was in Fairground for property crime and regular crime, violent crime, and also St. Louis as a whole. And we found all of the trajectories of violent crime had been going up. St. Louis as a whole, St. Louis property crime as a whole. Property crime in Fairground had been going up and continued to go up. But Fairground itself, which we focused on for violent crime, went down by 43%. So I started thinking to myself, I wonder what would happen and what happened to the participants. And that was the most interesting part of all. Because not only did we seem to have some sort of an effect, but the participants themselves had an amazing effect. When I surveyed them, I found them report, thousands of them, that they were closer to their loved ones. They were closer to estranged partners and estranged family members. They were getting along better with their bosses. They were, healing all kinds of relationships. Other things happened to them. They felt more peaceful themselves. But the biggest thing of all was they felt more love for everyone they came in contact with. In fact, essentially they were hugging strangers. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, maybe there's a major mirror effect here. When we do a big peace intention experiment, maybe the target doesn't even matter as much as what happens to the participants themselves. So I did an intention experiment with Dr. Salah Al-Rashid. He is for the new people from America and from Israel who have come on board here. And hi, Israel, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello, yay! There's Israel, everybody. Everybody say hello to Israel. Wave your hands. Hi there. So, Dr. Salah is like the Deepak Chopra of the Middle East. And we decided to get together, there we are, and do an intention for the 10th anniversary of 9/11, back in 2011. So we got together both Arabs and Americans to send intention to two provinces in lower Afghanistan. And, you know, afterward I talked to a NATO general. There he is, pretty NATO generally. And his report was that after our intention, it was the longest sustained downward trend in enemy-initiated attacks recorded by the combined forces. That was pretty interesting, but not as interesting as what happened to the participants. Because afterward, on my Facebook pages and instant messaging, I mean, you can see there all the lowering of violence, which is pretty amazing. Lots and lots of different effects there of lowering violence by, you know, 37% civilian casualties, etc., and attacks down by an extraordinary amount. But not as interesting as what happened to the participants. After our experiment, the Arabs and Americans started writing to each other on my Facebook pages, saying things like, "Your God is my God. We're brothers from far away." An American said the peace intention experiment was very healing for him as a citizen of the USA. They began befriending each other, and ultimately they began forgiving each other. So Salah and I decided to look at whether or not we could heal areas of terrible strife by having the people who are the participants be people who were part of that opposition. So last November, we ran a Middle Eastern peace intention experiment. And this time we focused on the old city of Jerusalem, specifically the Damascus Gate area, which was, at that time, experiencing a high level of violence. And we used this studio. And if you remember, for anybody who was there, we had cameras in 8 different Arab locations, like we have today, and then the 9th camera with an audience of Israeli Jews. And here's what happened afterward. We had Fatima from Saudi Arabia saying to the Jewish audience, I love you so much. Your God is my God. We had people in the Jerusalem audience say, we love you, sister. We had other people from Jerusalem saying it's a time of compassion. It's a time of healing. We are one. Well, that story made it all through the Middle East. And it started me thinking about, okay, maybe we can start using these big intention experiments to heal polarized people around the world. So that's one of the things we're going to do today, and this is a really special audience here because we're composed of people who are all affected by the target I'm about to reveal. As well, the people on my YouTube channel who are participating from around the world, this is an area of the world that should concern all of us. This is an area of the world that can be a fulcrum for peace. So our target is Yemen. And specifically, we're going to focus on the Al Hudaydah port. Now there's one image of it on a map. You can see it's on the way western side of Yemen. Remember, Yemen is, there you go. Yemen is right under Saudi Arabia. It's right next to Oman. It's on the very bottom of that whole batch of Arab countries. There's another picture of where Al Hudaydah is. Now, there's a real good reason why we chose it. That area, that port, is held by rebels, and it's the focus of both government and coalition forces. In the cause of battle, they've been choking off supplies. And right now, 80% of imports and UN supervised humanitarian aid is being stopped through the port. And civilians are caught in this crossfire. Civilians are trapped in the crossfire between 10,000 new coalition troops and the rebel forces. So The UN is saying that basically 14 million people face famine. It is the worst humanitarian crisis of modern times. 22 million Yemeni, that's 3/4 of the population, are in need of humanitarian assistance. Clearly, they need our help. So what we're going to do today, this is not a political exercise. We're not taking a side. We're not saying one side is wrong compared to the other side. We are simply focusing on helping those people who have been caught in the crossfire. We are focusing on trying to lower violence and aid them in peaceful passage out of that area so that they can get much needed sustenance and they can get much needed aid. So this is going to be our intention statement. And this is what I'd like you all to do. For all of you in your separate rooms, if you can, hold hands. Connect with the people in your room. For those people watching on YouTube, imagine you are connecting with everybody in this broadcast. Imagine you are also in these rooms, connecting with everybody. So what we're going to do is hold this intention. Our intention is to lower violence and restore peace in Al-Hudaydah by at least 10% or more, and to allow peaceful passage of civilians out of the area. What I'd like to see you focus on is imagining great amounts of people being able to peacefully leave that port and go to safety and to find food and adequate shelter. Okay, so imagine that in your mind's eye while you are holding this intention. So let's go back to that slide, Payman. Okay, and what I'd like you to do every so often is go back to that intention statement, back to that focus, and hold on to that. We'll keep this slide up for the full 10 minutes, and you're going to be holding this for 10 minutes. I will walk you through the process. We'll be playing some music too to get you focused and in the mood. So please, everybody, hold hands next to somebody near you. Imagine you're connecting with everybody in the room. Imagine the safe passage, the healing of all kinds of children, families, able to get out of the crossfire, and for the violence to be lowered and peace restored by at least 10% or more. Okay, let's start playing the music. Let's take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. And a deep inhale and a deep exhale. And a deep inhale and a deep exhale. And now on the inhalation, I'd like you to hold an intention. Our intention is to lower violence and restore peace in Al-Hudaydah by at least 10% or more, and to allow peaceful passage of civilians out of the area. Every so often, return to that intention statement. Bring that intention down from your head to your heart. Send it out. As you're sending it out, imagine those children, those families, those mothers and fathers getting adequate aid, adequate shelter, and safe passage. Imagine soldiers on both sides putting down their guns and finding a different way to restore peace. And we're going to just have you return to that statement every so often as you hold this intention.
Hi, Lynne. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Where are you? Stand away from the camera.
We had a tick of the mic.
You had a problem with the mic.
Yes.
Seems to be okay now.
Yeah, it's a bit better, but we got away of the camera.
It's coming and going.
Okay. So you're there now?
Yeah. Is there something you want to report about your experiences?
Sure. First, thank you for your of bringing peace to the Middle East, which we are part of it.
My pleasure.
And I'll tell you our experience here in Egypt. Everybody looks very relaxed and wow. And about myself, I feel like energy flow out from my head down the heart.
You felt an energy flow coming out of your head. Who, can you stand so that we can see you?
Okay.
Where coming? Yeah, there you go. There, thank you. Okay, yeah, bring yourself, yeah, okay. So you felt an energy flow.
Yes, exactly. I feel the energy coming from my thigh chakra, which is in the top of the head.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And it comes back to the heart. It comes down to the heart.
Mm-hmm. Did you feel the energy of everybody on the call?
Exactly. That's what I felt. Especially when you was talking about keeping people from Hudaida out peacefully. That's where exactly I feel like everybody's connected.
Uh-huh. So you felt that heavy energy. We hear this all the time. People have said to me, I felt like I was part of a larger network. And I felt like I felt the energy. I was crying uncontrollably. Things like that. And I think what's amazing about it is, in most cases, people are participating in these events in front of their own computers. You know, they're totally isolated, but they're not. And that's the amazing thing about it. Well,
Exactly.
great. Okay. Anybody else from one of the other areas? Let's hear it from, yeah, okay. Let's hear, I mean, do you want to send a message to the Americans and maybe to the Israelis? This is from Riyadh. We're choosing Riyadh. Okay, guy in the blue shirt. Yeah. So we have Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Okay.
Just wanted the message that we love you all.
That's beautiful. Do you want to elaborate?
Just one thing, I felt kind of a headache comes half part of my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just the intensity of it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, that is all that energy, just collecting the power that we all have, our collective consciousness. So, yes. Do you want to say some more?
Does anyone want to say something? يلا. تعالي انت. طيب.
في أثناء النية أنا أشركت أنا دعيت الله أنه يكون معنا وملائكته وكائنات النور وجنود الله. فأثناء التأمل شفت حوت أزرق جوا البحر كان معانا، استشعرنا معانا. فيعني حلو قوة النية إنها حتى جنود الله معانا في كل مكان.
Okay, do you want to translate?
During the tension that she was doing practicing, she was praying to God and to be with us. And she noticed that she saw like a blue whale together with us with this intention.
She saw a what? A giant blue whale.
Yes.
Oh my.
She's saying that could be one of our God soldiers
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Major, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Israel, let's hear from you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. We felt strong energy. We felt the love. We felt we are all united. And I want to tell you all that we're doing it every morning and every evening at 10 o'clock Israel in a Facebook group that is called Consciousness of Love in the Middle East. And we're going on a broadcast and we are sending love and energy to all the Middle East. And we're doing it already for 8 months. Every morning and evening, a meditation, small meditation that hundreds of people are watching. And there are people from all over the world, and we're inviting all of you to join us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, someone else? USA. How about the USA?
Hello.
Sister Jetta.
Yes, hi Lynn. Shalom.
Hi.
Salam alaikum. I think I can speak on behalf of everyone in the room that it was so vital for us to feel this as a collective, and that what we felt was the energy of peace that was definitely spreading through my system, Reverend Sylvia. Many of you felt it as well, and I'll just share with you. Everyone felt that same feeling? Wonderful. And so I think this experiment has made a big difference. As you said, it personally touches you. And Hilal from Istanbul sent a message, who's watching via USA, and she says she sends her good wishes and she felt the peace spreading in the area, and it was very powerful for her too.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you. Is there anything from the U.S., Sister Jenna, is there anything that anyone in your audience would like to say to the Arabs or the Israelis from the U.S.?
Hello. Peace be with you. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. I just wanted to say that sometimes as individuals, we feel very powerless, especially if we're not in a position of power. And since the mind is so powerful in and of itself, and we are all just energy, just sending this positive energy made me feel very powerful, as if I'm making a difference in the world. So I really appreciated it, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I think what's interesting too is we've been caught up a lot in the politics of from these various countries. And it's not really an accident that we chose America, Israel, and various Arab countries to come together. Is there anything you want to say about that now, about transcending the kind of political differences we have? Anybody feel anything? What about Kuwait? Hi, Kuwait.
Hi, Lynn. As usual, your experiment was wonderful, as usual. I would like to thank you and thank all people who's participating with us. Even the issue is an Arabic issue, but they would like to participate to resolve this problem, which meaning that we are all one. According to quantum physics, like attract like. So I believe, and I think all of us believe that we are all same like others.
Absolutely, absolutely. And is there anything you'd like to say to the Americans or the Israelis?
And for the politics,
No, from your heart.
from my heart, as I told you before, I feel myself, they are my mirror. They are my image. Because we are all gathered here. Not only from Israel or USA, but all people who's participating. We are not talking about politics or boundaries. We are all gathered for serving.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Who else would like to speak? Which other countries? So we've got Muscat. That's Oman. Hi, you're right next to Yemen. What would you like to say?
Hello, Jean. Hello, Lynn.
Hi.
Great,
Can you
to
speak
be
up a
with
little
you
bit?
again today. I wanna express what I felt during the experience. I felt the energy of healing in my body as I sent the energy of healing to the region, to the location we.
You felt the energy through your body.
Okay, I felt as I sent this energy, I felt it back in my body. So
How do you feel now? How do you feel not just physically, but how do you feel emotionally?
yeah, I feel this connected, how we all are connected. We are all, we don't separate with each other. We are all connected. I felt this energy of healing collectively.
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful. Okay, now we have just 3 minutes. Let's hear from, thank you very much, Oman. Thank you. So let's hear from Jeddah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt that very high energy over all my body, and there was a higher voice. It's like birdie. I just heard like birdie and birdie. That's it.
Okay. Okay. And how do you feel now?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Good. All righty. Thank you. Okay, Israelis.
Thank you.
We need them turned up.
Israel, I'm speaking.
Okay, now you're on. Israel.
Okay, now I'm on.
Yes.
I wanted to tell you that as I was concentrating, I wish that there would be peace and that I could. All of a sudden, I felt all of the soldiers that were fighting. I could see and I could feel that the heart of every one of those soldiers was so very precious. It was as precious as any of the children who were refugees there. And I felt every heart and all of this conflict being held in such love. That I knew that there was.
Yes, wonderful. Now, would you like to send one message to the different Arab countries? What would you like to say?
And to say to each one of the people in the different Arab countries that each one of them is very precious human being and unique and deserves to be loved by all of us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. One final comment from one of the Arab countries to all of the Israelis and the Americans. What would you like to say? Is that okay? I think we have Tunisia. Tunisia? Is it Muscat? One final comment.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Ms.
Muscat.
Yes, yes.
One final
It was
quick
the
comment.
first time for me to see the intention, but I really felt that they are affected by us now. Yeah. And I saw that eating, having with their families, school starts.
What would you like to say to the Israelis? What would you like to say to the
Thank
Israelis
you.
now?
Thank you for the participation. Really appreciate that they are sending this event. Yeah. And thank you for you first of all that you gather all of us. Really, we appreciate that you take care of the Arabs, thinking about us, even of the political issues, but we are one hand. Thank you. And
Okay.
I felt it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to have to sign off now. This broadcast is going to be finished, but I thank you all and everyone around the world for participating. We will be reporting on this and what happened. Please write on our YouTube pages, write on my Facebook page, Lynne McTaggart 2011. Connect with me on lynnmctaggart.com for further attention experiments, further programs, further books, further projects, and further peace efforts. So thank you to everybody on this. Take care and say goodbye to everyone around the world. Lots of love and peace. Take care.